Thank you so much for that raid. How's it going? How is your stream? Salty Sweet Games, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hi, everyone.
Right on time. Right on time.
Perfect timing. This is exactly when we meant to start. We're not early, we're not late. We started exactly when we mean to.
Like wizards. Like Twitch wizards.
Exactly. So welcome on in for our Blades in the Dark campaign, The Faculty. We kind of ended on a bit of a cliffhanger last time. We're hanging out on a boat. So that's where we are. Hope you're doing good. My name's Jess. This is my channel. Thank you so much for being here. Today I am playing Sahar, the Whisper, who apparently, you know, thought she was asking a ghost to go spook away some people, so that spook them to safety off the boat in case we explode it. And instead, apparently, the ghost might be doing some. Hopefully, it's not doing
Maybe
murders.
If we're lucky, it's not that
the ghost
ghost.
took liberties with that instruction.
I hope
Maybe
it's not
if
doing
we're
murders.
lucky, it's another ghost doing murders.
Oh, maybe.
It's not the one we asked. Okay.
Yeah, the one we asked saw it and was like, "I'm gonna get out of here."
That is a really interesting twist on the best case scenario. Hopefully we come out squeaky clean in this situation because it's a different ghost murdering everybody. That's not our ghost.
Yeah.
We didn't tell that ghost to do nothing.
Not hopefully those people are okay.
Yeah.
Hopefully we're not responsible for that
they're
harm.
not. We know they're not.
Okay, they're bad people.
Basil's just
Fighting our
accepted the fact
pirate.
that they're not okay. So like
Yeah.
They're
Exactly.
fighting. Oh.
Exactly what Lauren said. They're not friendly pirates anyway because they're hurting our pirate. So, and our pirate is more important than their pirate. Let's go around and say hello. You know who's next? It's our pirate. Let's go say hi. Hi, pirate.
Hi, I'm Allison, also known as Disco, found on the Twitters as @_Discosaurus. I play Tana, who is the character class the Hound, which is kind of like a ranger type of deal. And as you have sort of heard, she is a former pirate who now works as groundskeeper for the university. And she also has a lovable, fluffy, adorable dog and Akita named Tachi.
Yep, which is your number one tool in making people tell you what you need to hear from them. Yeah. Who's next in the rotation?
Sorry, next is Lauren.
Lauren?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Lauren. I use she, her pronouns. I play Magda Skova. She lied. She is a doctoral candidate in spectral philosophy, studying the ethics of Sparkcraft, and she has currently seduced 1/12 of the entire population of Duskfall.
That's the biggest clock the game will afford me right now. So
Magda seduces the whole city.
Yeah.
Perfect. And next is Basil.
Hi, I'm Basil. He, him. I'm playing Milan Karada, who is the spider, which he's got like leadership abilities. He's a sociology graduate student. And he really loves family and family type bonds. And he'll do anything for his friends.
And I'm Jordan @Made of Cartoons, and I'm the GM of this game. The Ghostmeister, I think, is what it stands for. I'm not 100% sure. Where we left off last session, which, again, feels like an eternity ago. Tana's old frenemy, Casta, sort of a former naval officer who hunted Tana in her pirate days, and has built up a unhealthy degree of vengeance to try and bring down Tana as the last member of her pirate crew. Of course, we all become what we hate, and Casta has become a bit of a pirate herself and pulled into port in the old Leviathan hunter ship repurposed for nefarious means, known as the Bloodhorn. And that was the crux of most of the episode last week, was getting ready for figuring out what to do. The decision that was made was to sabotage the ship. Maybe not blow it up and sink it, but definitely make it difficult for Casta to use it as a base of operations. Of course, Magda did what Magda does best and found a way into the ship by seducing a member of the crew. And I think we rolled like a crit or something on your engagement roll. So the three of you all climbed in the window of the room of this person, and they were already out cold in their bed, and Magda had already knocked out two more guards who had come sniffing around. So there was navigating through the halls and trying to figure out where the engine room is, because I think that's your plan, is to sabotage the engines. And that's been represented by these two clocks here. This is how much the crew starts turning on you, basically. When that's full, the crew will start turning on you. And you've got 2 ticks left to get to getting to the engine room, which you're pretty much there. It's down the hallway. But it's about being safe at this point. Sahar and Magda both Sahar summoned a ghost, and then Sahar and Magda tried to convince the ghost to try and scare everyone off the ship. That may yet come to pass, but as you stand at the top of a hallway, you see the ghost scaring people for sure. But they might leave the ship as ghosts themselves. Because one of the sailor turned pirates is being strangled at the bottom of the stairs. And yeah, that's where we'll pick up. You're alone at the top of the stairs. I think there's a couple of knocked out people here. There's always a trail of knocked out people around. And yeah, what would you like to do? You know what? You found the engine room.
No, the ones that I knocked out, I like Hitman style dragged them over like to a corner to hide them or something.
Right, of course. Took their outfits. Now you're all dressed like pirates.
Yeah.
Sahar just put whatever clothes we got over her already too much clothes, and now is wearing even more too much clothes.
So you're like
as is the Magda way. Sorry, Sahar. I just took someone else's name. I apologize.
Who are you even?
Are you a Sahar Marshmallow? That was not where I
tried to mix them together. Well, we now know those names don't mix well together.
All right, so disable the engines is your new goal here. Whatever, I leave it open-ended. Or whatever, destroy, sabotage, whatever.
Destroy, sabotage, or possibly burn the ship down.
It's our new like mission pop-up in the corner. Destroy engine.
Yeah. And engine room discovered, and it would go, and then then F up engine. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, what would you like to do? I mean, this person isn't like about to die necessarily, but they're definitely not gonna. Their life is not going to last too much longer if the ghost is just allowed to do whatever.
Okay, can I ask the ghost? Can I? No,
so
bad. Put it down. Drop it.
There's about 20 feet. There's 20 feet of stairs, and you're just gonna yell down the stairs.
Ooh, no. I thought the ghost was like right in front of us.
No. It's down in the engine room, and you can kind of see it moving back and forth. It's got one, and there are.
I'm sorry, the way you're describing it, I keep imagining like a puppy with a toy it's not supposed to have. You said it's like shaking it. It's like taking this person and shaking.
It's kind of like making ghost noises. It's making like ghost lightning at other people out of view. And like has the other one like hand up like this and is throttling it.
So it's friendly to us, right?
It's you've redirected its rage somewhere that isn't you.
Yeah.
But is it friendly to you? No, probably no.
Non-aggressive.
Casper, the redirected rage ghost.
Yeah. That's right. That spin-off didn't do so well.
Oh my gosh.
And you did hear shots being fired, so there are a couple of other people there who are trying to shoot at the ghost, which is obviously, as we all know, not super effective.
I feel bad, but I guess we still have like a plan A to do first.
It's all happening in the same place. It's all happening down where the engine is. So you need to go down here regardless. So
I guess we can go down there and reevaluate the situation.
Yeah.
you get down there,
play it by
okay.
ear.
Well, it looks like the ghost is still throttling somebody. So do you want to stealth down to try and give yourselves the best opportunity here, or is it does someone want to loot?
I'm following Tana's lead.
Okay.
Yeah, stealth.
Okay. Does someone want to lead a sneak?
Oh yeah, the
sneak
best
in?
person shouldn't be the one to lead it, right? Because
It's really
We
Yeah.
went with it
Stress
before of that. Just character-wise, it made sense for Tana to lead
Yeah.
it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Sure. It's just
just
keep
don't
in
wanna
mind
stress
there's
you out.
potentially 3 stress on the line for
I'm
if
currently
everyone-
I'm currently only a little stressed. I can take a little, so it's up
What's
to
your
y'all.
brawl like?
So the roll is a risky standard since things are kind of dangerous, but also everyone's distracted by ghosts. So yeah, risky standard. Pour me up a risky standard.
I'll lead it again.
Okay, sure.
What's
Well,
your
all four
stress
of you
like?
will all 4 of you will roll. We'll take the best result from all 4, and Tana will take some stress depending on how poorly everyone else.
Okay.
Risky standard, you said?
Ooh,
Nice.
Hey.
There's your 6.
nice. There's one good roll. Okay, hang on. It's prowl. Okay. Okay. Oh. Right, I have to press more buttons.
All right.
Ooh.
Oh, dear. Okay, well, the 6 saves it, but Tana, you take 2 stress because Sahar and Magda are struggling with being quiet, apparently. I don't know what that looks like, but
Tana's like beads
Talking-
of sweat rolling down.
Yeah.
her forehead.
well, Milan's sweat is very loud on the metal stairs.
No, Milan's the one that's silent.
Oh no,
No,
Milan rolled well, yeah.
Yeah.
Tana's stressed because they're
Yeah.
not being. They have to help. Like Milan's hanging back to help them be more silent. She's just like.
Yeah. It's like, oh my gosh, I just feel like Milan and Tana are the 2 like sneakiest ones, and they're like front of the pack, back of the pack, like trying to like
hurting the cats.
Yeah.
So as you but you snuck. You have snuck well enough to get down the stairs to kind of survey the situation a little bit better. There are three sailors down here. One of them, of course, being held aloft by the very powerful ghost, and 2 are hiding in behind the engine, or like the big Sparkcraft engine, which is sort of a part boiler, part generator kind of deal, and periodically coming out and taking pot shots at the ghost. The sailor being lifted up has a big gun bullet wound in their leg.
Oh,
So the only thing that they've been able to hit is their own crew.
that's terrible.
So right now you have a chance to press an advantage. The ghost is distracted, and the 3 sailors don't know you're there. So and your target is on the other side of the ghost, the form of the engine. So what would you like to do?
Well, I would like to take advantage of that opportunity.
I would
to
also
get
like to take
past.
advantage of the opportunity.
Okay. But I'm making notes about how we need to have a device to like a ghost catcher, like a Pokeball.
Pokeball. I was gonna say like a
A
Pokeball.
ghost Pokeball, so
a dust
that
ball.
so that we can recall
Dust ball,
them when
dust
they're
ball, dust
when they're
ball.
being rude for like a timeout. But it's a nice, like, a relaxing space, because we all know that they're constantly tormented, and we all just want that to not be a thing anymore.
Okay.
Okay, sorry.
I'll take a note of that as well, so that we can maybe do that during downtime. But right now you've got
Okay,
you've
so
got
we're
an
doing it.
angry
We're going.
ghost to deal with. So the advantage meaning you can maybe do something from a controlled position depending on what it is, but you still have to tell me what you're doing to get around, or what the plan is. If you'd like to just get around to the other side, that might be another sneak prowl roll. If you want to ambush anybody here, that's also probably from a controlled position.
I think just continuing to sneak through.
I think
Might as
that
well not cause more chaos if possible.
Sure. Is that another group prowl?
I
yeah,
guess.
because I really don't think we should be splitting the group.
Yeah.
The engine room isn't huge. The engine room is maybe 40 or 50 feet across, like wide, and maybe 30 feet deep. So it's not like if you split off this way, it's not like you're gonna be too far away from each other. So the quite quickly for you, program cooperates.
Would you do? Because like I was thinking, I had two ideas. One was that the more spectrally conscious people could try and calm down the ghost, while us more corporeally conscious people can sneak around and try to, with the bomb.
Yeah,
But
I guess that makes sense because we also don't need like everyone there to arm the explosives, right?
So I'm an artist, and I have arted this up for you. These are stairs here, if it's not immediately evident. And red marks are the sailors. So there's two on this side of the boiler. This is a ghost. And this
I
big
guess we do need to get them out of there, don't we?
This big circle is the engine itself.
Gotcha.
And you're here. Oh, these are not to scale. Whoever's doing this, it's not to scale. I seem close though.
You're
Jess,
muted.
You're
friend.
muted.
Sorry, so sorry. I was trying to explain that this wasn't for measurement. This was to ask if this was the direction we headed in, because you said we came down the stairs and we went.
You're at the base of the stairs. You're sort of at the base of the stairs, and you're low to the ground. That's how I imagine you haven't entered the room
peeking
yet.
around the corner.
Here?
Yeah, you haven't made it into the room yet. This is more. Like
That's
this.
really in front of the path. Then that's like right in front of us.
Yeah, but the distance between where the ghost is and the wall here, the corner is like.
Okay.
Who are these?
Okay.
Who are these little purple people?
It's us. We're purple people.
Hopefully the ghost is not a purple people eater.
It doesn't care about the color of the people.
So
Colorblind ghost.
I agree with Basil's suggestion that especially seeing how close quarters this is, like it doesn't make sense for all of us to try to sneak around to get to the engine.
Yeah, and
so I think the two of us going, and then Sahar and Magda dealing with the ghosty situation.
Yeah, and we could also, like, if you're going like fully in the room in the boiler to set up we could also be like scouting as a warning to be like, you know what I mean, to tell you got time or no time left.
Plus, you two who are worse at sneak are going to be closer to the exit.
Ouch. Fine.
It's for your benefit.
Yeah, no, it's true. Is this the purple people eater?
Yeah. There they are.
It's so good.
One-eyed, one-horned.
It kind of looks like a fetus with a horn, like a unicorn fetus.
Oh, okay, it's growing here. Oh,
Okay,
wow.
there we go.
There we go.
Here.
Does it have wings?
And
It's
got
flying. It's a
one
Dang.
big
one-eyed
arm.
flying.
Eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater.
There we go.
I love its little feet.
I love it too.
Um,
I
Okay.
feel like it'd be it looks like a termite.
yeah.
A giant termite would be terrifying. I have a fear of giant termites from ever since I watched Starship Troopers as a child.
Person going into its mouth.
Okay, yeah, so we're splitting up.
Okay, sure. So I guess a sneak with Tana and Milan is that the plan here to get you over
What's
to
your
the?
stress like, Tana?
I'm at 6.
Okay, I'll do it.
Okay.
I'll do the.
Okay,
I'll lead this one.
go ahead
it's
and both
risky?
roll me.
Yeah, I think
I-
I just cause like I want to get it like in character of why Milan would be leading this. I'm preparing the explosive stuff while we're moving, so I think it makes
Okay.
sense for Milan to
Yeah, like I'm like
lead in that.
looking around. Like,
Perfect.
Come on.
Okay. So yeah, it will be a controlled standard because you managed to sneak so good.
Okay. Whoops. Did I roll that
Another
twice?
3.
6 again.
Okay.
The same rolls.
Yeah, Milan, you take 1 stress because of Tana's lower roll. Makes sense. Tana's fumbling with a bunch of heavy-duty explosives, so you probably have to stop halfway to your goal. So I guess add a little pink dot. You two move over here somewhere. And Magda and Sahar, what are you doing?
I think we should let the ghost be. The
Yeah, I
ghost
think we
is-
should. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, you know, the ghost's a big. It's a big ghost, you know. It can deal with its own consequences of murder.
I thought. You know what? I don't study morality. That's your department, so I guess.
I was.
You were thinking that too?
Look, okay.
I study like trinkets and bits and bobbles and like tinkering.
So here's the question: do you think that if we get the ghost's attention and stop the ghost, it will put us in more danger?
Yeah, no, I want to like. Is it possible to do the equivalent of holding an action? The trigger being before the people all die.
Give me more context of what's going on.
I just, you know, as long as it's just doing like a fight, as long as it's just, you know, doing a bit of a distract and a fight, and you know it's doing a little bit of tension relief. I can understand that. It's an angry ghost, but
you haven't done a good look at what's happening to the person. So if you want to get a look at to see what the level of the degree of problem there is.
Okay. Yes. Can I please do that?
Sure. What would you like to roll?
Study, I guess.
Sure. You're gonna study the face of the strangled person.
Oh gosh.
No,
yeah,
that makes sense. It makes sense to me. You're studying to see how how close to
Yes.
trouble he is. Or
Yes.
there. Yeah. Go for it. I will say it's a controlled with limited effect since the ghost is quite large, or at least it's floating and lifting up. So you can bring that to a risky standard if you'd like to.
Nah,
push
it's
yourself
not that
a bit.
important. I got a 4.
Okay.
I think they're fine. Right? I think they're fine. With a 4, I wouldn't have a super good sense of what's going on.
Yeah,
but
the limited effect reduces to no effect. It's really difficult to see.
I'm
what's going
gonna
on.
okay. I'm gonna presume everything's okay then.
The
Yes.
body, the body. This is how I shouldn't call it a body, him a body yet. The person is not moving
They ain't got no
that
body.
much. It was resisting, and now it's not.
Okay. Maybe it's like a cat with a toy and it'll get bored and just drop it. I'm gonna.
You know what will distract the ghost? An explosion. I think
That's true. Okay, so we're letting this happen because it means that Tana and Milan will get the explosive in faster, and then, okay, good. You're right.
Okay.
It's a good point. Okay.
So you were hanging back to do nothing. Is that what's happening right now?
We're watching.
Okay.
We're
You're
gonna
back
warn
up.
them.
You're
We're
back
gonna warn them if
back up.
anything.
Like, yeah, if they
Surveilling.
get seen or something, then we can.
Okay.
Yeah. Then we'll be like, we're made. Get out. Like, you know.
Actually, yeah, I'm gonna. Can I do a study to see essentially like how aware the other guards are, like
Of
like,
your presence?
of not necessarily my presence, but the like of like Tana and Milan is or if they're just totally focused on fighting this guy.
Yeah, sure. Absolutely. Controlled but limited effect. They're far away, and there's a ghost,
Yeah.
sort of a lot of distortion between you and them. So you could bring it to a risky standard if you like. Yeah.
Ooh.
They don't need it because I'm brilliant and amazing as always.
It seems like they have not cottoned on to your presence. They certainly aren't. And from where they are, they can't see Tana and Milan on the other side. So
perfect.
they're mostly reloading, and one of them is has run out. It seems to have run out of ammunition and has pulled out a saber. But
It's just kind of hanging back.
yeah, they are
Nothing
looking
in it?
over towards the stairs. But I'm gonna say, based on where you put yourselves here,
Yeah.
they can't see you on the other side of the ghost distortion. But
Yeah.
it's obvious that they're eyeing an escape.
Okay. So they might even want to run past us. Okay. Interesting. All right. Well.
All right, what's going on
You're
over
in disguise, right?
Explode
You
Town?
guys?
Oh
Like,
yeah. Pirate
you're-
clothes.
That's useful.
That Tana got us.
Yeah.
We're wearing pirate clothes. I'm
Wait,
sorry.
was that something that actually happened?
I keep getting distracted by the fact that the purple people eater is eating a pink person.
Same.
Sorry. It's very
I
distracting to me.
It doesn't eat purple people. It's purple and it eats people.
It is purple. It's a purple people eater.
Oh, I thought it was a
Yeah.
purple
guess.
people eater.
Yeah, okay. It's
I
fine.
would say it's both, but
Yeah, okay.
Two
purple
different
people
species.
eater.
The two different species. There's the purple people eater,
Ah.
which eats purple people, and then there's the purple people eater.
Ah.
That's purple and eats other colors of people.
Good to know. Okay, good. So we're safe from this one, because this is the purple one that eats pink people, apparently. Okay, good. Okay. All right.
Anyway, to answer your question, Jordan, can it be something that happens?
Yeah. It's something that we said narratively, because Tana did knock out those folks.
Sure, you changed into stuff up.
I specifically
Changed is
said
a
I
strong
didn't
word
change.
for
I just
Sahar.
put
Sure.
clothes over my clothes, so that would be much
Sure.
quicker than fully donning and doffing armor.
Sure, okay.
Don't have full don doff time.
Yeah, so we'll factor that into. At the very least, you're wearing like heavy sailor coats, pea coats or something to kind of.
Yeah, can I have a hat? Can I have a sailor hat? I want a little cap.
And a pea coat type thing. Okay, what's happening over at Explodey Town?
I guess I'm like now trying to like get this.
Okay, so I think there's some equipment you got to pull in, right?
Yeah, I've already marked off the demolition tools.
Okay. Set up a little. You want to describe a little flashback of what you prepared to for this particular thing?
So I imagine that like while we were getting all our gear together, like I put together a pack, explosives, and and also just like I don't know, like tape or something that would be used to be able to attach it place. And then I also have like my stuff to be able to ignite it. And a few time to get out of there before things explode.
Mhm.
And yeah, I just like I picture it as like I have like this pack that's all been ready and wrapped up that I've been carrying with me on my back. Um, and so like I've pulled it out and I'm like opening it
This
up and
is
now I'm like setting up the
this maybe not this exact scenario, but this a bunch of scenarios have gone through your mind since you know it was after you, I guess. So you were prepared that way. Okay, cool. You've marked it off. I'm gonna start a timer for setting up the bomb. Oh no, we've got it here.
set us up the bomb.
Yeah, someone must set us up the bomb. And yeah, so what actions are you taking towards getting it ready? When this is full, the bomb will be ready to go off.
So I'm like starting to place like explosive like around the
Charges.
engine to in places that I feel will do the most damage. Do I need to like
Yeah, what action are you tying that to? Is it a tinker roll? Is it a study for picking the right spots? Is it
I have 0 pips in either of those, so it doesn't matter.
I could do a study for picking the right
Okay.
Sure.
the right spot. Like I'm surveying. This risky or controlled?
I'm gonna say it's risky standard.
Okay.
It'll add 2 pips to the clock if you're successful. Gosh dang it. All right, so you eye the situation up and down and pick out a few spots that are going to definitely take the engine out of commission for the foreseeable future, but not.
Yeah, I happen to study a few internal combustion sparkcraft engine blueprints.
But without like releasing all of the ghost field energy onto the city and onto all of you. Right now you're skirting the line, but you've got a good couple spots picked out. Tana, you also can use your wreck do this type of stuff. Yeah, you got to wreck it. So that wreck is also for doing purposeful damage.
All right. Risky standard.
Yep. A shot fires off the last round of ammunition from the 2 pirates in the corner, and it it goes straight through the ghost, ricochets off the wall, and hits around here, and steam and air just start leaking out, and that it spooks you while you're doing some setup, and it's only going to put 1 tick on the clock, unfortunately. You drop a few, not the reagent that's going to actually detonate things, but you drop some materials and are dealing with that. There's a muffled argument between these two. You can't, Sahar and Magda, you can't really make out what they're saying. But you do see the ghost fling this guy across the room. Oh man, he's in 2 pieces now. It's very dark. He slams him up against this wall and just slumps down to the ground. He's not moving. And then one of the 2 in the corner just says, "Well, they don't pay me enough for this," and then starts running towards the stairs.
Can we kind of just like, is it possible to just like shuffle out of the way a little bit? Like a little bit?
There's room, but they're gonna get a good look at you as they go by.
Okay, they're running away. They're not gonna like start being like, "Hey, what are you doing? There's a murderous ghost in here." Like,
Yeah, because
Especially if they said they're not getting paid enough for this. Like, I don't
Yeah.
think they care at this point if there's infiltrators on the ship.
Yeah.
If we are infiltrated, you're in disguise.
Yeah, I know. Can I just pull my sailor hat down and face the wall? Like,
Yep. Sure. Okay. They run by and they're gone.
Okay, yeah, cool. Sorry. I
Um,
feel like Sahar would be nervous, even if it's logical like that. Yeah, like you're saying, Lauren.
all right.
the ghost is like looking around for somewhere to redirect its misdirected rage, and you notice that as it gets closer to the engine, the engine is starting to react to the ghost's electroplasmic energy, and a bunch of meters and stuff on the engine itself are just going, full to the right.
I will talk to the ghost now. I will say like there's something bad is gonna happen in here very soon. You should leave.
You're gonna tell the ghost to leave?
Yeah,
Okay.
like it's not safe here.
What action are you thinking of taking?
I'll either sway or can one.
I'd say a sway is probably the
Okay.
big one here, since you are talking directly to a thing. I will say that it is risky with a limited result.
Okay.
Because the ghost is not like, the ghost doesn't really give a hoot about safety. It's going to survive. It's already dead. Yeah, you can push it, or you can get someone to do a setup action to help improve the situation in some way.
No, I'm fine. I mean, if the ghost is not going to get hurt, that's cool. I just didn't want the ghost to get hurt. But I'm still going to talk to it.
No, the ghost is going to cause more problems for you than it is going to have for the ghost. The ghost can just dip out into the spirit field, back into the spirit field, and kind of just be fine.
I'm still going to do it.
Okay. And want to help? As anyone, or do you want to take just bonus die or anything?
I would help if Magda is talking to the ghost.
What would you like to do? Help.
I guess you have it. Like, I don't think I can add anything to what you're doing. Like, you're just talking to the ghost, so I can't really like.
It's all right. It's okay.
Okay.
I'm okay.
Okay.
I crit.
Woohoo! Well, didn't need my help.
Okay.
I'm still standing there staring at the wall.
There's another tick. The ghost tells all its friends.
This Roll20 glitch is really really working in your favor. Okay. You begin to sing your siren song of ghost communication, and the ghost is reaching out. Like you can see, it's reaching out for the other sailor, and it's building up electrical energies around its hand. But you can also see it arcing towards the Sparkcraft motor on the engine. But then it stops when it hears you, and it turns around. What do you say to it?
You should leave. Well, no, I guess if it's not going to be worried about it getting hurt, I'll say.
I will remind you that it was really upset about the concept of the boat being really damaged. So if there's a way you can twist saying leaving will save the boat,
Yeah, I think if you spend too much time in here, the boat will sink.
Okay. The ghost looks at you and nods. I will salute, I guess, as a sailor ghost, and then flies.
And as she's leaving, as it's leaving, she's gonna be like, "The captain is the one who's keeping this boat on shore."
Oh, right, because it wanted to go out to sea.
Yeah.
Right. Perfect. It flies past you and through the wall. Your hair stands on end as it moves through you. But yeah, it salutes you and disappears. With that, the other guy. Oh my god, everyone's falling apart. Oh, whatever. This guy gonna move real good. He will stop and say, "How did you do that?"
What, you can't talk to ghosts?
Funny, and he just keeps running.
But like it's hard.
All right, we still got 3 more pips on this clock to fill up. So what are the final steps here to getting this ready?
Okay, so I think at this point I've probably got like everything in place, but like now I'm like connecting wires or whatever.
Sure. Want to do another rec, or do you want to do? I know you're pretty good at rec.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if I can roll this rec, then I prefer that. Yeah.
Sure. Risky standard as usual. All right. There is the sound of an explosion somewhere above deck. It's an electroplasmic explosion of some kind. The ghost has done something, and moving through the wall. It's kind of done something wrong, and so I will give you 1 pip, but you're going to take a level 1 harm as the steam that's coming out of this hole. It was small, but then another bolt like blows from the pressure, and so you're gonna have some like a scolding on the side of your face. A level 1 harm. You can choose to resist it if you like.
No, I'll take it.
Okay.
So like light burn.
Yeah, I would say a light burn on the side of your face. It's not like gonna scar if you take care of it soon, but yeah. You might have trouble swaying people, but you might get bonuses for commanding because you look a little spooky.
I mean, I already have a scar over my eyes, and I wear an eye patch, so.
Yeah, so we'll say it's all on that same side. It's just getting a little more badass looking. Okay.
Tana can do good cop, get bad cop by herself.
Yeah.
She's literally like this.
with one side in the shadow.
I have become Two-Face from Batman.
Yeah, you got to turn Tachi into a hyena, I guess, or whatever he had in the stupid movie. Okay, so I saw in the chat, Lauren, you wanted to go check to see if the person was alive. Okay, so you're gonna run over there.
Yeah.
I would give it a controlled standard results to like survey or study them to see how they're doing.
Controlled standard, you said?
Yeah.
Oh. I don't know what a person is.
You're like counting limbs.
It's not a ghost.
Yeah. So another explosion rocks the upper part of the ship. You can hear on the next deck up feet, like probably dozens of people running, and they seem to be heading towards the dockward, I guess. And you put 2 fingers on the neck of this sailor, and there does not seem to be a heartbeat.
Here, I think she will like say a little prayer. Yeah, just kind of like
Sure.
for ease of passing or something.
Close their eyes, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yep. Cool. This one I'm gonna call the ghost escapes the boat. And it's going to have 1 tick on it right now.
That seems extremely unideal.
So, all right, 2 more pips to finish setting up. So you're gonna run cable, is that the idea? So that you can do the big old ba-boom from somewhere else, or
No,
were you thinking a timer?
Because
You were thinking like fuse wire, right?
yeah, fuse, yeah, like so like it's a fuse that's long enough that
Sure.
like when we light it, that it's got time before it's gonna
Okay.
hit the thing.
Sure. Sure. How much time do you want to give yourselves? 10 minutes?
That sounds like a good amount of time to get out of the ship. Yeah.
Sure. You're not too far from where you came in. You know, you still have like a dinghy up against the side of the boat that you could climb down to.
Mhm. I think 10 minutes like gives us a good like buffer in case we run into trouble on our way out.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. So whoever's I guess it's gonna be Tana, another rec roll to
I can try.
you
With
can
like
try and
setting up the wires and all those things.
sure. What action
The
are you gonna
study
take?
roll with my I previously or actually I can help Tana.
Yeah.
My last foresight.
Yeah, that might be. I think you would have a limited effect as far as just studying for the last little bit here, because it's really about applying it. But the free bonus side would certainly help Tana, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'll do that.
So go ahead and roll a rec there. We're gonna say it is risky, but with a yeah, I will say risky standard. Again. With one bonus die. All right. Good enough. That fills up. But the whole you think that you've accidentally triggered the bomb, an explosion so loud from above, and the whole ship just shifts in harbor. Whatever the ghost is doing, it's like plowing through the 3 or 4 decks of this ship to get up to captain's quarters at the top. So I filled up the clock with a couple pips, and but your bomb is set.
Okay. So I looked to Milan like, all right, go. And I then I don't know, I take out like a lighter or something and light the fuse.
Sure.
And then I hurry over to the rest of the group and I'm like, okay, let's go.
Okay. Looks like we'll put one more clock as the bomb goes off. Hopefully, we'll put it up against your escape. Yeah.
Mountain.
I'm gonna make your escape one a little shorter.
It'd be pretty embarrassing if we were on here when the
It would be
when the
very
bomb went
embarrassing
off.
for you. So I'm sure you're gonna be fine. But it's my duty as a Geistmeister to bring a little tension to the proceedings. All right, 4 o'clock for you escaping, 6 o'clock for the bomb going off, and yeah, this one's good.
Cool.
So you do have the exit that you came in.
Uh-huh.
You will it's set up for you, so the exit is obvious, but it will take time to climb down the side of the boat, and it will, you know, you're in a rowboat to get back to the shore, so clearing the distance before the ship blows is is the major risk there. But I guess it's probably still better than running through the ship and trying to find a different way out. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
And ideally, if we've controlled the bomb enough that it won't be much of an issue.
Sure. But you are blowing up you're blowing up the back of a ship, which could force it forwards. Like there's lots of stuff that could happen there. And will happen.
Plan.
Yeah.
We seed the like if we come across anyone, I'm gonna take the jacket from the guy who just died. Gingerly. Like he's like very squeamishly doing this because he like a plan formulated. And it involves him getting that jacket. And if we seed the idea that ghost damaged the engine so bad that it's gonna blow, and that we just found out about it, then they'll get off.
True.
It will throw off their scent to you. Is also what you're trying to do.
Mhm.
Okay.
That's why he's getting the
Okay.
the jacket.
What's taking the jacket gonna do?
To look
Well,
like
'cause
one of the
he's
sailors
not-
of the boat?
He's not wearing one because I only knocked out 2 people before, right?
Oh, I see. Okay,
Yeah,
you're
so
gonna be
that would
disguised
be
as well.
Sahar
Yeah, okay.
and Magda who had.
Sorry,
who took-
I thought it was somehow leaving evidence behind of the ghost doing it. Is there something you would like to do to contribute to that before leaving? Sahar, I would say that you'd be able to attune and create scorch marks and stuff around the.
There are lightning scorch marks, aren't there?
There are some scorch
Yeah,
marks.
isn't there already like some evidence of the ghost had like a bit of a freak out here, and it killed this dude, clearly killed like by a ghost. So I mean, there is ghost evidence, isn't there already?
Yeah, got killed so hard his coat flew off.
Yep.
So yeah, fair.
We
Okay,
can move him over by the engine.
This is also something you can do later, where you're like, yeah, sure, okay. You prop him up
Do we
against
want
the
to
engine.
move him over by the engine?
I feel like we should
The-
just
the
like head
other
out.
side of
I
the
feel
engine?
like
I think leave him where he is. 'Cause
yeah.
That because the evidence of the ghost being there supports his having been flown that direction. So like we don't want to touch that.
Yeah. Because a ghost did indeed kill him, and a ghost did indeed have a temper tantrum here. So leaving as much of it as possible
untouched. Yeah.
Yeah, like shows that story a little bit, I think.
All right. Who's leading the group back to the room that had
Who
had
has
your
the
exit?
least stress?
I could try and lead because I haven't had to do too much yet. So maybe I was standing, near the stairs, waiting and keeping an eye out, and I will lead.
I would say a hunt roll might come in here, or a command. If you're not worrying about sneaking, like if you're just trying to give proper directions to make sure no one gets lost. I know that you've just moved down here, but frantic. So a command or a hunt would work potentially in this situation. I know you have one in command, so.
Oh, okay.
Unless you want to be sneaky, but sneaking.
Well, I have
sneaking
one
is
in
slower.
prowl also, so it's the same. It's the same to me. It's all
Yeah, but
the
it
same.
depends on what everybody's rolling.
Okay.
Everyone has to roll together.
Okay.
So are you doing a command? I guess I didn't give you a position or effect yet.
I'm sorry, I thought you said to do that, so I clicked it. Sorry.
I have a 0 in command.
I have a 0 in command.
Let's do prowl if that's okay. I assume we're still just trying to be sneaky.
Prowl takes time. That's the trade-off. So there's a chance that some ticks will be put on the bomb going off if the roll is low. But I will say that it's a risky with a great result for the roll, because the whole place is in chaos. No one's looking for intruders.
Okay.
So everyone can make a prowl roll now.
My good rolls ran out.
Oh, risky, great. Okay.
Five is in the lead. We got a 5. We got a 5. Five remains in the lead. And then a 1 from Sahara. So Sahara, you take 1 stress. The result is a 5. I'm gonna say it does take a little longer than you're expecting, but you find your way. So I put 2 ticks on both of the clocks. So the escape clock is half full. You find yourself in the room with the window, and there's like presumably a rope or something that has been left there. So now it's just climbing down. How do you want to do it?
I got climbing gear. I have load for climbing gear.
Yeah.
to further improve everyone's odds here. Okay.
Yeah.
So I would say it's a risky standard by default, and you can make it either a controlled risky or a risky great because of the bonus from the climbing gear. Up to you. Controlled means less ticks on the bomb going off clock if people are doing stuff there. And I would say maybe a finesse roll to get down, unless you want to argue something else.
I would argue for finesse just because I'm good at that. But what's everybody else's finesse?
I have no finesse.
Yeah, me too. I also have no finesse.
We all know Magda has a lot of finesse, but it's just not in the game terms.
It's just not in
I can help you help you guys try to climb maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
But before
you can
we
help, maybe.
Before we go down, can I take a look at the Ghost Escapes the Boat Clock relevant features of it? Is there
you would need
does it even want to escape the boat? Because Magda convinced it should go be mad at the captain. So does
you don't know the situation. This is this clock represents a potential worry that you might have.
Yeah, no, I am very worried about that clock. That's why I asked, but it's okay.
But it's a bunch of floors up.
Okay.
So you're gonna have to you would have to abandon what you're doing.
No, then. I thought maybe I could look around and see. I thought maybe we were at the top of the boat to climb the ropes down to get to our escape boat.
You're climbing out a window on like the lower floors of the lower things.
Okay.
You could attune to the field, the ghost field, which has a lot more range than you do, to try and get some information.
It's okay. I don't want to interrupt our escape.
Well, I think if it's meaningful to Sahar, that she should do it.
I don't want us to be responsible for a really angry, proven murderous ghost to be then prowling around the city. Like, I don't like that.
I think the ghost is not going to want to prowl around this because it wants to be on the boat. It wants to be in the water, right? It wants the boat. It's very devoted to the boat.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Like, it shouldn't want to leave. It has a target on the boat, which is the captain, and it also has loyalty to the boat and a love of the sea. Is this the sea? It's to the water. This large body of water. It likes it a lot. So okay, it's
up to you.
That's okay then. Let's go.
I have a question for the escape. Can I argue in favor of me rolling wreck for bailing out of the ship, because I'm not doing this like particularly like carefully. I'm just like,
I'll say,
and especially since like in my I've like experienced with like jumping out of a ship.
I'll say if you're, I think wreck would apply to you just diving out into the water.
Okay.
Which isn't that far. I mean, you're gonna go into the ink sea, which is not super great. But
can we attempt a very cool maneuver where, you know, Tana's waiting at the top. I help them, like we're helping them climb down. We're down. Tana jumps off, and then like before she hits the water, we try to pull her. Is that too much?
Basel, the world is your oyster. So if this is what you want to try, I'm not gonna say no.
Team?
I was thinking the opposite, in that I would jump off and get the boat ready to go.
Oh,
sure. Jumping into the boat will hurt you. To not
jumping into the water and then getting to the boat and getting it ready to go. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, if you want to just do
I imagine it's something that I'm practiced at, like bailing off a boat and getting a
Sure. I will a rec roll makes sense. I will say it's risky just because everything in this situation should be a little risky, but I would say the result is great from your experience. So if you want to push yourself, that's, you know, of course 2. I guess I could give there's probably a devil's bargain in here somewhere. a little extra heat, 1 heat for a die, because if you're not really worrying about the noise you're going to make, someone notices that someone spots someone jiving out. They don't know it's you specifically or anything like that, but it just builds up a little heat. So bonus die there
Okay.
if you want.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Okay. I'll add the heat.
Going in hot.
5.
Okay. Yeah. All right. You dive out of the boat and the ship and are aiming for where you aiming for the water, and you narrowly miss hitting the boat because it's drifted a little further away and you were expecting it not to be there, but you splash into the inky black waters below. You're close enough to Duskfall where the light from the city is from the lamps and stuff of the city kind of obscures this effect, but as you dive face down into the water, and maybe it's been a while since you've been in the water, Tana, you can see the strange starlight that fills the ink sea now. So it's like diving into the sky, into the night sky when you dive into the water.
Cool.
And every time you've been fully submerged, there's always just been this crackling energy of something wanting to reach out and communicate to you. Makes you incredibly uncomfortable. But then you pop back out of the water and you're right alongside the boat and you're ready to get it going. You can get it into position. All right, everyone else is going to climb down.
What are you guys gonna roll to climb? Or do we roll individual climbing, or are we just climbing?
Well, I mean, if you want to think outside the box like Tana did, and tell me sort of how you want to do it. Obviously, things like swaying your way out of the boat may not work as good. Convincing the ocean to come up to collect you is probably not in the cards. But
what if you did say it's kind of ghost fieldy? Can I attune to the ocean and ask it very nicely to be to lift the boat up?
I don't like saying no.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
So it actually says prowl is probably it's prowl. Obstacles, climb.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Cool. Yeah, and it makes sense. Your priority is to keep quiet. So if you want to lead, someone wants to lead a group prowl, if you think that's your best bet, or do you all want to prowl on your own individually? The biggest difference, apart from collectively rolling together, is that there's only one consequence, as opposed to each of you rolling. If you all fail, then there's 3 consequences. So.
You can go down first.
I can lead it. I'm not too stressed.
Yeah.
And it's also my climbing gear. So
that's true.
That kind of makes sense. But and by lead it, I mean I go last because
keeping an eye on everybody as they go down. Makes sense.
Yeah. So it's risky standard, you said?
Yep. Risky standard. Bam. 6 right off the bat.
Oops, I hit the wrong button.
I just wonder, this is the second time Magda has shown up with climbing gear, and I just wonder where she puts all of this climbing gear in her light load.
It's the only
we don't have to answer that question.
It's like under her bustle.
Rhetorical,
Yeah. I mean,
well, I imagine in this case you had it set up prior, like because we know this is our escape out.
Yeah,
so.
that's true.
Yeah, and you did have the connection with that person, so it could have just been in the room until you needed it, or like something else.
Do you want to give us your prowl roll?
I will. I just.
You were thinking about ropes.
Well, see, if it was like if you wore old timey dress, I would imagine you just put it under your like big skirt, but you always show yourself wearing very modern clothes, so I'm like, no, it doesn't work.
Yeah, that was why I was saying the bustle.
The bustle, but you don't.
I mean, she could have more flowy stuff. So this is also my like headcanon for why she's been bad at all of these prowl rolls is that she's wearing like heels or something. Because, like, she came here to
on a
do
date.
something,
Yeah.
if it's your character, is there anything that's headcanon? I would say that it's just canon.
All right, you all lower yourselves down into the boat. Tana pulls herself in and starts rowing back towards the dock. And you get about 2/3 of the way there when the bomb goes off, and the whole ship, the Bloodhorn, shifts forward. Not at a huge speed because it's a lot of weight to move around, but it still moves forward and smashes through some of the dock, and gets stuck in the ground a little bit as it bashes through through the boardwalk.
Am I taking stress, by the way? Sorry.
No, you were the only one who rolled a 3 or lower, and since you were leading, you don't count towards that. So.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Great job, team.
keeping Magda stress free since
just 5 seconds ago.
Yeah.
That's
so.
It.
As you're rowing, Tana, the ship shifts and you get pushed, like the boat gets shifted over from the wave of it, but you keep pushing against it, and you can see above. You can see lots of people running around. Ropes are being thrown over the edge, and there's bunch of sailors are all sliding down the side of the Bloodhorn onto the docks. There is a lot of electroplasmic energy sparking all over the place, but it's hard to see what's going on. And as you're almost at the dock, one person gets thrown off of the deck, and lands limply in front of the ship. But as you pull up, you realize you immediately recognize the garb of Casta. She was standing her ground against this ghost and got thrown.
Oh.
Into the sea?
No, she's fallen she's been thrown onto the docks.
Oh, okay.
Ouch.
As you watch, though, she very strainedly starts to get up, like pull herself up, and she starts reaching for a gun.
Does she see us?
No, she doesn't see you, but she's she holds the gun up, and you can see the ammunition, and it's crackling with electroplasmic energies, like that you are familiar with, Tana.
Yeah, I mean she's tough, so.
She worked on a Leviathan hunting ship, then she knows what she's doing here. But it starts yelling orders, like basically abandon your posts kind of thing, like get to safety. And as she swivels, you can tell that she's hurt, like she's got her leg is busted or something, but she's still tough as nails. So what would you all like to do? And it's raining because it's cool. If there's a duel is about to happen, it's got to happen in the rain. So
I think we see that she's like favoring one leg. I turn to Tana. I say, "This might be your best chance."
Might. This could end here.
I would say that as far as if you dove into combat with Casta, you would be in a controlled position to start, because she is completely focused on the fact that her ship has been blown to smithereens. But it opens you up to a world of heat and trouble, because you're immediately presenting your face is going to, if you fail and she escapes, then it's not great. But as far as, especially if you wanted to just take a shot at her right now, you are in a controlled position. And the rest of you, you can tell me what you want to do as well. Your boat, the drift from the wake of the ship crashing into the docks has moved you far enough down the docks away from the ship so that you could pull up with the little dinghy and not It's not like you're stepping out of the boat right in front of Casta, so she's maybe 40 yards, to the left of you, and then freedom and back to your base, and the university is the other way. What would you all like to do?
I would like to go confront Casta.
Okay.
No more running.
Yeah.
You're gonna hop out of the boat and just start walking over towards her. What's your approach here? Okay. Okay.
As I get up to her, hello, Casta.
She's got she has a gun leveled, and she's trying to wait for a shot on the ghost up on the top of the boat. That is still like ripping around up there, but it isn't. No one else. It seems like everyone has escaped. And she's got like one eye squinted, and she's looking, and then you talk to her, you say something to her, and she turns and immediately levels the gun at you.
I don't have my gun out. I'm just standing there. Long time no see.
Did you do this? She gestures the gun quickly at the boat. Did you do this to me?
Oof, that looks like a mess.
I sent that letter because I wanted a fair fight for the both of us. Is this what you call fair?
I don't want to fight.
Tana, it was always going to come to a fight. You know this.
Does it have to?
Fossil. You're really hoping for the whole the new found family angle, yeah. She
Hoping for something?
She'd pull the hammer back on the gun, and she'd cock the gun and say, I can't imagine it going any other way. You ruined me. If you had come in when I had tried to take you in, you would have been out of Iron Hook by now, and we all would have been square. But no, you had to run, and that ruined my career. But I couldn't catch you. 30 paces, Tana. Or whatever number of paces makes sense. It's 10 paces, 20 paces, 20 paces.
Be a fair fight. This doesn't look fair to me. I look down, point at her leg.
I don't need my leg to pull a trigger.
Casta. Why? Why do you need to catch me so bad?
Now
Has it been worth all this time?
Haven't you ever been at a point where all you've got left is just the rules you've made for yourself? That's all I've got left.
Yeah.
If I just give up on this, then yeah, I have wasted a lot of time. I'm not ready to face that right now.
I understand that. In fact, not too long ago, I would say that I was in that same position.
Well, now I would like to ask you to take a new position 20 paces. And I'll make it as fair as I can. And she puts the gun back into her holster, but she's like got her hand hovering over it. She turns her back to you.
You leave me no choice. Just know that I never wanted it to end this way.
I will allow like an action of some kind. Obviously, you're gonna try and convince her to not do this. But what would you like to roll? What would you like to do to? So here's there's opportunities here where you could do flashbacks to things where you brought something along with you that would maybe convince her one way or another, or something like that. There's opportunities to improve your situation by pulling on some part of the story that we don't know about until right now.
I want to say to her that the reason I'm here and the reason I want this to end, because it's not just about me anymore. There are other people that would be affected by this, and I don't want to hurt them.
Okay. Sort of pulling on her. She used to be someone who wanted to save people's lives situation. Okay. What action would you like to take? I mean, it's leaning towards a sway, but I know that's not your forte.
Can I? So pushing myself would be 2 stress, right?
Yeah, and we'll give you 1 extra die.
Okay.
And someone can help, but I don't know.
No, they
where
didn't
that.
come with.
Okay.
You
Can
have
we retroactively help? No. No. I
you
can't
have-
imagine anything.
you have any suggestions for bargain?
If you can either push yourself or take the devil's bargain.
Gotcha.
I know you're close to the edge of stress, so I could provide the devil's bargain would be throwing your weapons down on the floor. So because that would be the biggest show of in my mind. So if she does shoot at you, you wouldn't have any way, you wouldn't be able to shoot back immediately. Or you can just take the 2 stress and take a die that way.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the 2 stress.
Okay. Now, I will say, Sahar, Magda, and Milan, you do have the opportunity to do a flashback setup action to help the situation, this role. And it could be in the form that you did some independent looking into things yourself. You've maybe provided Tana with some piece of information about something that's happened to her recently that can push things in her favor. Because right now, it is a risky, limited result.
Can I have flashed back to talk to maybe I don't know.
Biggs?
Yeah, I was gonna say Biggs, but Biggs doesn't have like a lot of way, but like to potentially like get her in trouble or build up her heat with the Leviathan Hunter types.
Yeah, because he was also part of like the Navy that she was part of, right?
Yeah, the Navy, right?
Yeah,
so,
you could
so like
maybe. Sorry.
no, please go.
Maybe you with Biggs, you could have talked to Biggs and maybe have it's not over for her basically. Like she could come back from this. Maybe. I don't know. What are you guys thinking? That it's like maybe it's not, this isn't it.
There's there's a way for you to maybe forge something, like you could lie to her, which would aid the situation right now. But you could try talking to Biggs to see what the scuttlebutt about.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to like lie to her necessarily. Yeah. Like I'm not interested in necessarily redeeming her, but like I want her to not hurt my friend. So like maybe have like maybe I tipped off Biggs that something is like behavior unbecoming of an officer is going to happen at this time. And so like maybe there are
maybe there's
police around
some Navy men in the vicinity that Tana could mention.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Navy cops.
Navy cops. Yeah. So Tana, I mean, I know it seems like you're angling for a sympathetic thing, but you could also, if you're interested, Magda could set that up, and then you would have a little more leverage in the fact that she's surrounded as well.
Yeah. I don't think that I'd want to use that.
Okay.
Just because like like I said, like I want this to end, like
Mhm.
and the only reason that like we went around to do the boat thing was not to necessarily be underhanded, but to just because like I want to be able to protect you guys.
Mhm.
But especially with her revealing that she wants this to end like as a fair duel, like I wouldn't want to bring in that
Okay.
we have like police around or whatever.
Okay.
Can I don't know if this is possible, but for a flashback, could I have since Tana might have known going into this that it might have come to a duel and she wanted to not have to fight and she might have to like put her guns down in a show of peace. Can I have tinkered something to have like quick pullbacks into her sleeve where the guns flip back up into her hands in case of emergency?
That is a pretty elaborate.
Okay. I just wanted to throw something out there. I wanted to give her a backup, that's all.
It will cost you 2 stress and a coin.
I'll do it. That's...
For Tana!
But you,
just...
you add, they're really makeshift and they're one use, but you make, you create like electromagnetic plates that are tuned to the guns, so that you spin them out towards her, Tana, and then if you need them, they're back in your hands right away.
Just
so one use dramatic purposes, but it'll cost you a coin and 2 stress.
Because she does want to do this peacefully, but it's just because I'm concerned she'll be put in an unfair position by doing so. So I just want her to have the option.
Okay, and
so I kind of like it's so it would be like Thor like pulling Mjolnir to
exactly. There will be lightning and stuff, and it just zaps right back, and they pull them right back into your hand. So I will get you. I'll get you to do a tinker roll for me. Just do it as a fortune roll, so don't worry about the numbers. I just want to know what number you roll as far as how stable the device is. Okay.
Okay.
So just do it as a risky standard, but we're just looking at the number.
Risky standard. 5?
Okay. Yeah.
It's not terrible. That's not bad.
That's mostly stable. Perfect.
Pretty.
Yeah. And we'll say this is a setup action, Tana, so you're prepared, which will probably maybe make you a little more confident. So you can either go risky, limited, or you can do risky standard now or controlled limited if you want.
Risky standard.
Risky standard. Okay. And then you're going to push yourself. So you can always choose to push yourself to improve your result as well. You don't have to just get the extra die, but I know you probably want that die more than you want that. So okay, so risky standard with one bonus die. It's all down to this.
So and so like yeah, I set down the guns. And then I say that to her that I want this to end, and it's not just for me, it's for my friends.
Okay. Yeah, and you throw the guns down with enough so that they make some noise, or you kick them towards her or something like that. Okay. Just so she knows that you did it. I'm scared to look. Okay. She's counting. Casta's counting her paces, and she stops. And that's when she hears the scattering of the guns, and she okay, the best thing to happen here.
That they could embrace lovingly.
She swivels around with the gun directed at you, and her eyes flick down to the guns that you tossed to her. and she says, "God damn it!" And she just aims. She aims lower at your leg and fires. She doesn't go to kill. She goes to injure. So you're gonna take a level 2 broken leg, a shattered leg. You can resist it if you want, which would be a prowess. But that's gonna cause you stress, which will very likely traumatize you, unless you take a 6. You roll a 6. But so now that we're up against some trauma, I'll just quickly remind everyone what the rules of that are. Trauma is a new role-playing prompt, so you'll pick something from that list: cold, haunted, obsessed, paranoid, whatever. And if you choose to role-play towards it, you'll get some bonus XP. What it does mechanically is if you don't indulge your stress during downtime, you get more stress equal to your trauma level. But as long as you indulge your stress, that doesn't happen to you. And right now, your trauma level will be 1. So this may be a dramatic moment to do something like this. So it's up to you. So either.
No, I wanna risk that. Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead and roll prowess. So you just go ahead and click on prowess. Your odds are pretty good, but we'll see what you get. Oh, you take 1 stress.
Which is enough.
which is enough to fill up your bar and traumatize you. So I will say, so what she does is she fires the round and starts running, limping but running. She's heading towards some more crew that have run off in that direction. You do resist, so you still get level 1 harm instead, unfortunately. But it's the bullet hole kind of goes clean through your leg as opposed to shattering the bone, and shot in the leg, something like that. It stings like a mofo, but you can move if you want. So technically, so she's running away. And you're about to pass out or being removed from the scene from the trauma, but I'm going to allow you 1 last action to end out this, whatever it is you'd like to do. You can try and shoot her. You can try and run after and tackle her.
Out to her.
I don't want to shoot it.
Okay. Do you want to try and 1 last burst of energy to try and tackle her, or do you want to? Is there anything you'd like to do?
I shout out a simple "I'm sorry," and that's it. I let her go.
And then your the shock and trauma from the ear injury and everything that's happened kind of consumes you, and you kind of fall down to your knees and fall flat in the rain on the docks. And that's where we're going to take our break. It's perfect timing for this. We're going to take a little 10-minute, and we'll be back with more the downtime actions that will precede this score, whatever it is.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Thanks for hanging out, everyone. Go take a break.
Thanks for watching so far.
See you in a few.
Yes, this is fine.
Hi everyone, we're back. We had a break. Hope you had a good one too. I see Slayer woke up Nightbot because Nightbot was just ignoring me for 2 hours apparently, which fine, Nightbot, be that way. Yeah, we talked about what we might be doing next. So I think
your dramatic raid on the boat was a success, and I mean, as far as your goals, it seems to have been. So we're gonna go into downtime and figure out the results of what's happened here. So, as far as your payoff and your reputation gains, I don't know where Casta ranks on. I would say that her crew is maybe a tier 2. Probably would have been higher. Bit of a mess. So that's going to be a bonus rep. So that's going to be 3 rep.
This is
I put it on the sheet for you.
the faculty sheet. Okay, I'm just trying to pull it up on stream, so that stream can see what we're all looking at.
And then as far as how much research and information has been gathered, how do you have any takeaway? Do you think there's any like academic takeaways from your interactions with the ghosts and that kind of things that maybe would help me decipher this number? You did learn about their interactions with the engine and how.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Starcraft plus Ghost is very reactive, especially.
Okay.
And like Ghosts getting more emotional and more powerful also amplifies that. So that's some research, some field research, I suppose.
Stuff you wouldn't get experience with in the lab.
Yeah. And
taking notes.
I also think the idea that there is a potential target, like a potential ghost to bring into the fold, like an extreme example, bouncing around on the ship now. That's probably a source of information for y'all. So
definitely something to keep eyes on.
Yeah, I was gonna say checking the newspaper to make sure there's not like any like new.
Yeah, but then you go to page
happenings.
You go to page 2 in the Duskfall Times, and it's just like the whole thing is ghosts doing stuff. You're like, oh well, it's not really news around here.
Well, it's specifically keeping an eye out for a boat ghost.
Yeah, but they have a whole section of the newspaper for boat ghosts. Is what I mean.
Dang it! I thought this was like so special. I thought there was gonna be like boat ghost makes land, like something.
Yeah. So let's amount that to 6 coins, 6 research. I think that makes sense as enough standard for standard score.
Okie dokie.
So that's 1 each, I guess, if you want to look at it that way, and I'll fill up your coffers to full.
So 1.
Yeah.
Oh, 1 coin personal each?
Yeah.
What? Okay.
Because you haven't increased your vaults, which I guess is your library, or however you want to we want to call it. So heat. I mean, it falls in the loud and chaotic category, but you did a pretty good job of sneaking, so I'm not sure that it would be that bad. So technically, it's +2 heat if killing was involved, whether you did the killing or not. Bodies turning up, good. So, what are you doing?
Sorry, I was looking through the buttons. I wasn't clicking anything. I was just looking.
You did click something. It was moving. I saw it before mine own eyes.
And then
my feeling is that you should be getting 4 heat. I think you kept your involvement fairly contained, but the boat exploded and a bunch of people died.
Heat on our sheet is the trouble bad press.
It's stirring up trouble.
That's why I clicked the button. I was looking for the heat.
Sorry. Yeah, it's trouble. And I mean, a boat exploding in the harbor is bad press. So I think I'm gonna fill up your track and give you 1 point of bad press.
Whoopsie.
There.
But
this is a pretty big occurrence.
All press is good press, though.
Sure.
People will be like, they were somehow involved in that.
Yeah.
Oh, what's his name with the his girlfriend, the typewriter?
Oh yeah. What's his name
He
again?
was snooping around.
Yeah.
I wrote it down.
Hicks Danfield, which is
what
such
was the
a
name of the typewriter? Bessie? Is it Bessie?
I don't have it.
I think it was Bessie, yeah.
Hicks Danfield.
All I remember is that he threw the typewriter off the desk.
Time to throw the typewriter.
Just,
Or toss the typewriter, whatever it was that we said.
I mean, you ended up describing it as like it was on a swivel, but when you first said it, it sounded like he yeeted the typewriter.
I'm gonna roll for entanglements.
I'm writing down Bessie next to Hicks Danfield.
Roll entanglements twice.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. We fancy. We get 2 rolls.
I'm gonna add your bad press to my newly discovered macro.
Ooh.
Click button. 1.
Give him the old 1 click.
The
trouble.
old 1 click. Oh gosh, we've come up with too many like inside jokes in this game. Oh.
Hey, so I'm gonna make this. You wanted a little lighthearted. We can do lighthearted. Doc Toddle
Oh no.
goes on a bit of a bender. Because he's got the wild flaw, right?
Oh yeah.
So
we
I'm
did
gonna go
say
with gang
his.
trouble. One of your cohorts causes trouble due to their flaws. He's been feeling really good about life since he started working with you because you have been soothing salve on his dark Leviathan
heart.
hunter soul, hunky dark heart, and all the conversations and everything that you've had with him. All the conversations and stuff that you've been having with him have just lifted his spirits, and
He goes out on a sea shanty singing rampage.
Yeah.
Feels a bit about our behavior.
So I'm gonna
The range of picks.
the normal way gang trouble goes is that they cause trouble and you lose them. You have to lose a rep, or you have to like reprimand them or something. But that doesn't really make sense in this situation. So I think what it's going to amount to is you have a choice. You can either get he basically goes out and he brags about you to everybody, and so it's going to amount to a couple more heat crack, or someone has to have a tough conversation with the doc to kind of be like maybe someone had to have retroactively tagged along with him and dragged him out of there before it happened, but it's gonna be, I don't know. That doesn't sound like a downside at all, really, but yeah. Maybe he does. Maybe you're all out. Maybe you're all out having a drink. You're all out having a drink, and he just starts making up sea shanties about you on the fly.
We all feel a little bit. We have to drag him out, and he feels a little bad about it, and we all feel a little bad about it, and that's the downside.
Sure.
And I mean, I'm cool with taking a little.
Yeah, we just reset our.
We haven't been
heat,
taking
so,
any heat.
All right. If you're comfortable with just
he becomes the bard from Skyrim who just like constantly singing about the Dragonborn. Now he's singing to us.
Toss a coin to your faculty. Yeah. Okay. Sure. You've already got bad press. Why not lean into it right now? And the bad press is as it pertains to university. The press is good. They think you're great, but the university is not keen on.
Yeah. Do we get an extra point?
The university does not want the attention.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. They're like, we're supposed to be stuffy and quiet. Yeah.
Does did we get another point with the ink rakes for all the great stories we're giving them right now? They love us. We're so entertaining.
Yeah, I think it makes sense for the clock to go up a notch for sure. The Tribune reporter, Tribune reporter brings too much attention. Okay, that is our.
I didn't ask for the clock to go up. Dang it! That's not what I meant. Okay, sorry.
You're already at +2 with the ink rakes. I'm
just gonna be quiet now.
But no, they're definitely gonna snoop around.
Jordan was like, "Oh, you're right. This reporter may bring too much attention."
I'm like, can we, dear DM, can we please have this good thing? Oh, you're right, here's this nice bad thing. It's good, I'm sorry.
I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah.
I think it's roleplay potential.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good.
So
Roleplay potential.
someday you'll find a good way to leverage it, I'm sure. So
That's how I like to think of anything in RPG.
Yeah,
Right.
I agree.
Yeah, it's not an attack on me, an opportunity.
Allison, that
personally
is
love
music.
when-
That is music to my game master ears.
I love when bad things happen to my characters because then it's roleplay potential.
I feel like every time I do anything that I have personally attacked a bunch of my friends with my decision making because they get so attached to their characters, and I want everyone to get attached, but it's just like the goblins didn't shoot you, you know? They shot your character. You're fine.
But I have to express. You have to express the hurt.
I know,
Because
I
got
know.
shot by goblins.
I know. I put a little bit of myself into all my characters too, so I don't blame anyone.
Okay.
All right.
That was...
Now we can duck into some downtime activities. That's really where we're at. Unless we want to do some role playing or something. I mean, the world. I present to you anything you like. I'll tick up a bunch of clocks if you want to ask me to make things worse for you. Again, happy to do it. I'm here for you. I'm here for you.
This is so rude right now. Aw, donuts, nice.
For a second, I thought the paper bag was a cat, and that they were bringing a cat to you, which would be
No.
great.
No, although I had to chase one away because she's trying to eat my flowers that the squirrels already ate. It's a bad time for plants in my house. All right, downtime.
Yeah.
Who's downing first?
I mean, I have one if no one else, if people are still thinking.
I also have one.
I wanna indulge my vice, which is weird, which means I wanna like think about some cool weird science. And so I think that Sahar goes on a bit of a doodling frenzy, trying to draw up this ghost Pokeball she really wants to make.
She is the murder board
Yeah.
conspiracy like
Just like
Like,
but what? It's just like, but what if? And like papers going flying everywhere. Like, but
Like,
what
I've
if we
been
could...
a little bothered by this, but not surprised.
Yeah.
Milan, imagine.
It's just a
I
lot
would
of.
not like to, Sahar.
It's just repeated drawings of circles with ghosts in them. Just
but,
like,
the ghosts are smiling. I'm putting happy faces
Yeah.
on all the ghosts. They're like, yeah, they're giving the thumb. It's a ghost giving the thumbs up, and it's a ghost
they're
with a big
sitting in a
smile.
lazy boy, and it says they're saying like so cozy.
Sorry.
I go over to Magda and I
I
ask
feel
Magda.
like we're getting like a visual representation of Star's brain.
Sahar goes over to Magda and asks Magda to like sing some of the ghost songs, and she's imagining making the like ghost capture devices into like a little music box that sings them a nice Magda song so that they're happy while they're in there. And you open it and it's like dee 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 dee, like a little music box with like a dancing ballerina ghost. Like
I love this because like the ghost is how like the singing is how she talks to them, right? So
Yeah.
it's just like, am I just like doing guided meditation for ghosts now?
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
it's like those like the like therapy CDs or whatever. Like you just like sit and listen to it like talking to you. Like
I'm just doing like, this is just, so these are like timeout balls, right? Like it's just like,
yeah,
oh, this ghost needs a timeout.
yeah, exactly. Perfect. Yeah.
Like,
Right.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll Indulge Your Vice.
Okay. 1 second. I gotta switch over to the dice screen, and then I'm gonna indulge my vice, which is a button, and I know where it is. There it is! I knew where it was that whole time. I can't get bonus dice for indulging my vice, right? That's not a thing.
Someone has to
Stress
someone's
out.
gotta
I
help
don't
you.
want that. I'm fine.
No, they don't. It doesn't cost stress. It's a free thing. But if you have an ally that you're doing it with,
Can I ask Magda to sing the songs that I'm trying to take the music down?
that counts. That's a bonus time.
Yes! Aha. 2 4s.
Well, you clear 4 stress.
That's not bad, actually. That's not bad. I'm down to 2 stress. I'll take it. I feel much better. I like get it out of my system. Like, Sahar does this for like 2 days straight and then like takes a really long nap. She's very happy though. She's content. So that was mine scene. Thank you. Thank you for indulging me in my scene.
Indulging your
My indulgence scene.
Anyone else indulging vices or that?
I wanted to train.
Train? Okay, sure.
Yeah.
What are you working on?
Well, I wanted to have a like, because Tana mentioned teaching Milan to use a gun, but I don't know what specifically that would translate to. What is your skirmish, Tana?
Like my skirmish is 2 pips.
Okay.
Technically, a gun falls under hunt, but
which is also 2 pips.
I have nothing in hunt.
Yeah, and you'll need to fill up your insight bar in order to get a pip there. Yeah, you get 2 dice, 2 XP for prowess.
Okay. Can I train as prowess? I'll just train prowess, practicing partial abilities. Yes.
Sure.
I'll help him with his gun later. I
Sure,
just
go
get
ahead
2
and
pips,
put
or I roll it.
You put 2 pips into prowess. You could do training twice. It's not super exciting, but you could put 1 into insight as well.
Oh wait, you can.
You can't train the same thing twice.
The XP.
Yeah.
But you have 2 actions. You have 2 downtime actions.
Oh, plus I can have another one if I want.
You can't put another one into prowess. You can only train each thing once, but you could put another one into insight if you want.
No, I mean that I could have another downtime action. I could, but I could also give it to someone.
Yeah, and then you also collectively have a bonus. A bonus one if you are setting up a supernatural investigation in 6 towers somewhere. Get a bonus one if you're starting a long-term project or doing something related to that. So keep that in mind.
I would like Milan is like training. I don't know his fist fighting. Okay. Like I don't know. He doesn't
like
use a sword.
Rocky montage or something.
Yeah, and Tana is like helping him train with a gun a little bit. She's sitting in a chair probably, and he's like telling him things about using a gun.
It will only be 1 XP. You get 2 because of your upgrades that the faculty has, but prowess.
Okay. 1 XP in it.
Although I feel like I should switch that. That's left over from the old sheet. So how about you knock one out of? How about I switch your training, your group training to insight, which seems to make more sense. That you may maybe be better at studying than you would be at punching people.
Yeah.
And so you can put 2 in insight and 1 less in prowess. So from here on out, if you're training insight, you get 2 XP.
Okay.
Okay. So Milan just goes through a rigorous training montage where
Tachi is like running alongside him, like
the pace pup keeping the pace up, and that rhymed better than I was expecting. And also target practice, which on university grounds is a little frowned upon, but you're a bunch of badasses, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, we're like super cool at this point. Our closet has pirate jackets now.
Yes, it does. Which everyone just thinks is from the theater department.
We know, though. We know.
All right.
Oh, shoot. Actually, I don't want to do the prowess training just because it only gives the 1 now. Instead, I want to indulge my vice.
Okay. Right. Oh, yeah. What are you doing?
To indulge his vice.
Yeah, like what is the comfort thing that you're doing? Family.
I want to take the gang for food at my family's place. I feel like
Okay.
we had a bit of a fight there, a little bit.
They do how about they do like a games night? It's like a cards night, and the some traditional variant of poker that the Dagger Isles is known for. Um, they do like a little
Dagger
mini,
Hold'em.
yeah,
Dagger Hold'em.
dagger Hold'em, and it's like fun, but also like
fun.
a lot of your family takes it very seriously.
Yeah,
and
they probably also gamble.
yeah, and a lot of money is like put on the line sometimes. Like old grudge matches come into play quite a bit.
Yeah, this is the family. This isn't just like a couple of friends. This is the family. So
Yeah.
it's like cousins, second cousins.
They close
uncles.
the whole place down so that they can run
Exactly.
this tournament.
And
basically.
if any of you guys want to come, Milan like mentions that he's just a little like he's like, there's a game night happening at the exclusive game night happening at the fish and chips place that my parents own. If any of you wanna come, maybe.
I definitely want to go.
Oh, what
Alright.
what kinds of games do you have? Do your families like checkers or
The kids.
So as you get to the fish and chips
Har
place,
sits at the kids' table.
Yay! I will totally, and the kids still also trick me and take my money somehow.
I was gonna say the kids are also gambling, but it's like
Yeah.
so Har, as you I imagine you asking this as you walk up to the fish and chips place, and Milan pushes the door open, and one of your cousins has another one of your cousins like by the collar and is like about to punch him in the face, and then and like chips, like poker chips, have spilled all over the place, and then he turns to see you and just like drops and goes, ah!
Yeah, Milan's like, hey, everybody.
And he's like, I'm coming back for you. So it's like fun and tense a little bit at the same time, but
Milan feels the tension mostly. That's why. Or like he feels it if it goes bad, he feels the tension. If it goes good, like he's apprehensive about it because it could be good or it could be stressful.
But he's still like, but I'm hanging out with my family.
Yeah, exactly. he enjoys the game, but it can not always be. I think he probably enjoys the game maybe too much. 4 the amount of stress equal to the highest die roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So you take 4 stress off.
As long as you don't go over.
It was fun for him.
Good.
You pushed for trivia nights, but no one really.
He pushes for trivia night a few times.
Trivia, yeah.
They're all like, with all your book learning that you got.
Ain't really fair, Milan.
Yeah. You got real advantage over us, Milan. That's not fair. But you can start a clock to start a long-term project to get to
trivia night.
Yeah, to
get
get
trivia
game into the game night.
And I'm like at one table and I've got like my crutch like leaning against it and I'm like sitting there. I've got like my leg up on the table and I'm like on my cards and Tachi's next to me also playing like
one dog playing poker. Yeah.
Puppy poker. Perfect.
And one of the
I may or may not have done that in another game that I'm in. That just is also in where I have a dog companion and the dog was playing poker and winning.
Yeah.
I mean, it's canonical, of course, that dogs play poker. It's documented.
Yeah.
Happening. Yeah, maybe one of the younger Karada cousins, she reaches over and she's like, the dog, don't deal the dog in, and then Tachi's like, and then she's just like, oh, okay, yeah.
Tachi ends up taking home the most.
Yeah.
Because no one wants to say no to Tachi.
No one wants to call the dog's bluff.
All right. Did you need to indulge any stress, Tana? I guess you're right
No.
now, right?
I'm just. This is just.
Yeah, of
because
course.
it
No,
makes
yeah,
sense for me to show up. Like, why would I not show up to this?
Yeah. Yeah. So raucous time is had. A lot of money is lost and gained. Pachi comes out a winner.
Get some meat bones.
Yeah.
Yum,
And a big delicious spread of fish and chips.
yum.
Dagger Isles.
Oh man, I really want.
Yeah. Thinking about it a
I
lot.
genuinely I already did. All.
You guys ever just stand at your window and think about all the food that's out there?
Today I was thinking about how sad I am that that I won't be able to have In-N-Out for a very long time, because like it's already been over a year since I was in California to have In-N-Out, and now I can't travel to California, so like no In-N-Out.
I have heard good things about In-N-Out Burger. Up here we have
my favorite.
Five Guys, which is pretty good.
Burgers and fries?
I know a lot of people like Five Guys. Not to my preference.
I won't get into a burger brawl with you right now. I mean, I'm a like, give me a A&W burger.
A&W is pretty great.
Onion rings, can't go wrong.
The onion rings are really good. Okay, y'all are gonna judge me, but really quickly, I had the best vegan fish and chips the other day.
They sounded amazing to me.
I say that,
Never
and I
had
know,
vegan
like,
fish.
pardon me?
I've never had vegan fish.
Yeah, no, I had almost no, like, it's not something I usually go for, like, mock things, but I had vegan fish and chips. It was bananas
Wait,
good.
Get them, or was it like from a takeout place?
No, it wasn't. It's I will send you.
Tell me, I'm allergic to fish, so
I will send you a link. It's yeah, we made it ourselves, and it like actually was crusty, like had a nice crust and like a breading, and like it actually was like
so excited.
So good. Okay, I will send it to you.
I imagine Sahar requesting that from Karada.
Do you have any?
Being like chased out of the kitchen.
Yeah. No, see,
I picture it like my big fat Greek wedding.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he don't eat no meat. That's okay. I make lamb.
Yes.
That is a real thing that has happened to me while I was in Hungary.
Me too.
It was a real thing.
That's stuff that my family has done to me regularly. Where they're like, "Oh, you stopped eating." Like, I stopped eating meat when I was like 15 years old, and they're like, "Oh, it's okay. We got chicken."
They think so lowly of chicken. That's
it doesn't even constitute.
That's not
it's
meat.
barely a meat.
It's like it's meat. It's not meat.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
These are some of the fun things that, like, they're talking about the different eateries.
Yeah.
In Duskfall.
Yeah.
Now I picture Milan's family a lot like my big fat Greek family.
Just in that there's so much personality and so many of them, and like, and you don't mess with like Milan's mom. It is just known you don't mess with Milan's mom.
It's a mix between that and capital F family. The family, you know.
I haven't seen that one.
And I just mean there you can have a family, but then you can also be part of family.
Oh yes,
You know what I mean?
yes.
All right, that's some good advice indulging. Any other activities? This could be a good time to build the podium there, Sahar.
Oh yeah. Does anyone want to help me with building ghost tech? Cause I know.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, cause Magda, you finished all the research, cause there was a bunch of research you needed to do.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of research I needed to do, and now I think we need to smash it all together. Just.
Yep.
Just smush our research together.
We take this and put it together.
All right.
Maybe it'll work.
So we're gonna work through quickly the crafting rule.
Ooh, we like never do that.
Yeah, what type of creation is it, and what does it do? The players answer this.
Okay.
I mean, I know, but we're gonna define it.
Yeah. Is there a specific page I should be looking for? There's like literally a crafting page.
In the book, it's 224.
24.
In my PDF, anyway.
Oh, yep, it's right there. Inventing. Okay, what type of creation it is? What does it do? I mean, it's a ghost podium, and we want it to store, like, have it be a place where the ghost can comfortably be and not be in pain, so that they may then tell us their stories of how they invented noodles.
Right.
And give lectures from the ghost podium.
And you want to be able to swap in ghosts, right? Like
yeah, we want to have different ghost lecturers. We collected
Like
4
you
lecturers, didn't we?
You can put the ghost
You
on
have
the
4.
podium.
Yeah. Like that's another reason why the Pokeball would be helpful.
So the voice.
Please just keep thinking about that Pokeball.
The main factors of this thing
Yeah.
are that it is it lowers their
pain threshold, like
like the agony that they're kind of in.
Yeah.
The point where they can
Yep.
Has a mechanical way of filtering their voice. People can hear them properly. Because it still takes special ability, special skills. And then, is it important that they look like it projects a version of them, or is it more just their voice being?
I don't think necessarily they need to have a physical form. I think just their voice is what's important.
Okay.
We can wait to, like, if it's more complicated to add more things, we could wait to add PowerPoint presentations as part of the next upgrade.
Yeah, then no one's gonna come to these.
You wouldn't go watch a ghost PowerPoint presentation? Because I would.
Listen, Jess, a PowerPoint presentation's a PowerPoint presentation. It could be a werewolf giving it, and I would still fall asleep.
Are visible when it opens up its presentation.
Yeah, see, you get to see into their browser history for a second. That alone makes it worthwhile.
Yeah. Spooky, like, captured images of sexy ghosts come up and like, oh, it's
no, it's from their, like, ghost vacation. They're on a ghost beach and they're in their ghost bathing suit.
Yeah, I was excited for a second, and then now we're back to boring. But yeah. Okay, so I have to do a little bit of math here. Okay. Assembly take a little bit of time, obviously. Okay. What's the minimum quality level of this item? It needs to be at least level 3 quality. So when you roll your tinker, your result is going to be either like +1 to your tier or 0 equal to your tier, or 0 -1 to your kind of thing. It just means if you don't hit that goal roll, you might have to spend some research money to. So I'm going to say it's going to be a tier 3. What rare, strange, or adverse aspect of this formula or design has kept it in obscurity or out of common usage? You have to answer that.
No one else has attempted to make one of these before. So, and
there's innate controversy around the idea that a ghost might have something to say. Right. Okay. I'm gonna quickly look at the drawbacks just in case.
You said it needs to be tier 3, right? So I'm writing notes.
Yep.
Okay.
No, you guys have.
Yeah, we've been working on this for a long time, and it's been a, like, multiple person project.
I'm gonna balance it out, and I'm gonna say it's a tier 4.
Okay.
Like it is a very complicated thing, but you have money, so you're not gonna have any trouble getting it.
Okay.
Okay. So now you make a tinker roll.
Okay.
With a bonus die from Magda's efforts. And do you have an ability that relates?
Didn't we? Okay, crafting an item. So it's one dice for each tinker action dot. And then I get +1 from Magda, you said. And then it says here I can up the quality by adding coin or up the quality for workshop crew upgrades.
Yeah, I think you do have a workshop.
Yeah, we do, don't we?
Yeah. So that means the quality starts already at tier 2.
Oh, here's the crafting stuff. It's right here.
It starts at tier 2 by default.
Okay.
And then you can spend coin to get it up if you fail.
Okay.
You'll see if you roll a 6 on your Tinker roll, you'll be at tier +1, which is 3. If you roll a critical, it'll be tier +1. So really, you need a critical to not have to pay anything.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll that
Oof.
Tinker.
Okay, so Tinker. Position controlled?
That doesn't matter. This is just straight roll.
Yeah, just put whatever.
Yeah, risky standard.
Okay. Risky standard +1 dice.
Dang it.
Shush cars. Sorry, everyone's vroom vrooming because it's nice outside. Oh, what? A 1 and a 5.
All right.
5 is
So
good.
That means the quality level is equal to your tier, which is 1, bumped up by 1 for the workshop upgrade. So you're at 2. So you will need to spend $2 to finish this. 2 of your resources.
Okay.
Personal or team?
Well, it's where it comes from is up to you.
I only have 1 coin, so I can spend that 1 coin if I can take 1 other coin from.
You're not taking from each other when you're using the shared money. This is a group goal that you've all been working to.
Yeah,
so.
I think
I know.
Something that money would be used for.
Yeah, and also
Exactly.
we don't have any vaults, so like,
Yeah.
I say take both the coin from our stash.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
Every group of
This is the
blades
grant
that I
money.
play with has a full coin in their sheet because no one wants to use it towards the things they're getting up to, and it's just so funny.
I would use coins. I
know.
have so many right now. I'd use my own coins for this.
Why do you have so much money? I don't have like any money.
Right.
Because
So
he
you
lives
spent
with his parents.
you spent the 2 research monies.
I spent 2 research, so.
All right, and then this is one of your downtime actions. The podium is made.
We did it!
It's
After
sort of
all these years.
it's made out of brass and wood. It's a podium in the sense that it's going to go up on a stage and it's going to present it as such. But it's really more. It looks like a bit like an old, like a really high-end old radio. That with a big speaker on the front with the and there is a safe space inside to kind of screw in the appropriate ghost lecturer inside of it, and then there is of course all the words and Warcraft stuff that is keeping the safe. Yeah, it's built.
We did
We
it!
made it.
We can start
Game over.
scheduling
That's-
lectures!
This is the climax of the entire arc.
Yep,
The
we're done.
podium's
The
built.
campaign's over.
Bye,
Thanks,
bye,
everyone.
guys.
I'm gonna
That's so exciting.
translate.
Clearly the inventor of the noodle is our first ever lecture. We really got to start it off with a bang. And then from there...
I'm gonna translate this into a research grant on your map here. So basically, the lectures starting means that you're gonna bring in a little bit of extra research and money every downtime. We'll roll your tier minus your heat, and you get that extra in as the people come around to. We can roleplay the first one, if we want. Have that be a score for now. Okay. Yeah, this it's momentous. Hard on this. So yeah, we'll talk about that for next. Anyone got downtime actions left?
I have done none.
Okay.
Go ahead.
What you got? What you got?
I want to start a project that I want to make friend. Specifically, I want contacts in
Brightstone.
Brightstone.
Brightstone is
so
like the richest mainland, and then White Crown.
I
White Crown, you'd be
just-
nosing around the other academy a bit, but also that's where the governor and the
yeah, he had he had like a deal about him.
A relative of his, maybe.
Yeah, Fox. And the Miller
Oh.
sisters.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to make some rich friends.
Okay.
So we have contacts in there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Um,
So I'll make you an 8 clock, and what are you?
gonna be hot and go to a lot of parties and get invited to better parties.
Roll to be hot.
Do you have to
will.
roll for that?
I mean,
It's not about whether or not Magda is hot; it's how hot she is. That's
One is normal.
yeah.
amounts.
A 1 is like someone
Oh.
a normal person being dialed up to a.
looks like this macro.
Wow, that happened before.
Yeah. I tried
That's how hot. That's how hot you are. Obviously.
I
You
tried
broke
that
the
button.
dial.
So yeah,
Oh.
I'm rolling swing.
Okay.
Rolled a 5.
Okay, so that's 2 on the tick. 2 ticks on the clock. One research coin will get you an extra tick. 2 will get you 5.
And do we want to spend money on? I'll spend some of my. Oh yeah. I mean, I'll spend I'll spend mine, and then we can spend faculty.
If you invite Milan to the party, I'll give you 1 coin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that would have gotten you a bonus die actually too,
Oh.
if he actually came around with you. So if you want to just, I can just roll 1
Yeah,
extra
just
die and
roll
see
a
if it's
d6.
higher.
Yeah.
No.
Sorry.
Green.
I mean, it might have happened.
Yeah. You gotta try, right?
Yeah. So.
Do you
Yeah.
still
I'll
would you
spend
still use the coin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so you're gonna spend 2 to bump it up basically to a critical.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say this also translates extra tick on a very important. Magda, the entire city does. If you're willing to spread that money around, then okay, so that's a start on Brightstone. With the second action, you got. I mean, you can try and finish it off, I suppose.
I mean, yeah, I don't really I'm not hurt. I don't have that much stress.
Yeah, the ghost podium and searching ghost pain management. Yeah.
Ulf is not my.
Nope. I mean,
Somebody
you can
else.
start one counter, one investigate. You? But if you just want to fill up the
Let's just
try and
fill
fill
it
up
up. I don't want to have too many fingers.
It makes sense for it to be the focus efforts. Something. What's something more unique that you attempt that you're doing?
That I'm doing. I think I'm trying.
Going to parties is very obvious, but it eventually it starts being there's a diminishing returns, I think.
Yeah. Girlfriend.
A sugar parent.
Well, not like a sugar parent, but just like somebody that I mean, she never makes like I don't know if she's like gonna enter like a commit like they're not a significant other, but they're just like, like a person you go out on dates with sometimes. So
Is she the arm candy?
yeah, like she's gonna try and ingratiate herself onto a particular
Okay.
um
Maybe a consort role. Try and find a specific.
yeah.
Okay. Is anyone helping? Going with Magda? Continuing to
Do
be
you wanna-
wingman?
Are you
I can
wingman?
be your wingman.
Just die.
Play shy sister. Oh, my sisters. They don't look anything. They don't look anything. We grew up in the orphanage, you see.
Ha!
Nice.
Hey,
That was my bonus dice too, so that was all
the
Milan.
shy sister worked.
Milan was like, have you met Magda? Yeah. Great minds think alike there. Okay, that's full up, but we will. I will give you some details about that at our next.
Yeah.
That's full. Cool. You've got a new bell or bow in Whitestone.
I think I want it to be like hot boy.
Okay. Which is my.
I want mostly because I want Basil to draw another.
Yeah,
monk.
I'll text you the
Apparently, every NPC in Dustfall is a hunky boy.
Everybody,
anyway,
every NPC that gets a name, and some that don't are hot. I've been thinking about that. The lady from the military academy.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
She's definitely a hunky.
Yeah.
Who's got Tana? You've got one left?
So I haven't my downtime. But I would like to heal.
Makes sense. I'm gonna head over to Doc Coddle to patch you up a bit. Okay, so Doc. Makes sense. Is anyone do you have any allies or do any of you helping out make sense here?
I would go try and help out because the doctor has had to heal me the most, I think. Like, I've previously been the most injured,
Sure.
and then I helped him back.
So just being there has like giving you a bit of an idea of what can help. Sure.
I don't know.
Sense.
Would Tana accept me being there? Because I wouldn't. Okay. Okay. Sahara's there being super awkward in support.
In this is definitely not found family. She was like, I don't want to hurt my friend.
So you wait long enough for Coddle to be back from his drunken kind of bender, right? And you he is of course more than happy. Kind of got a new lease of life, and so you've already got one. Oh no, that tick will be gone.
Oh, that's right. It goes away when you.
But I rolled a 6 for Coddle, so it goes up to 3 again. 1 coin fills that up. Or you can roll and for free use your other action to guarantees.
No, I'll use a coin to fill it up.
Okay. It actually ends up with one overhang, so that on your sheet, and that gets rid of both of your minor injuries.
Cool.
Coddle's like, well, went clean through here, so that's easy. Seen a lot of these, unfortunately. He puts a gentle hand on your face. It's rough from many years at sea, but like this though, you're gonna be getting rid of this for a little while. But my salve, it works just like it works on achy backs and it works on this stuff too. It's universal.
It's Tiger Balm.
Yeah.
It works on everything.
Every injury, yes.
You put a little on toast. It's like this stuff's unbeatable.
All right. And then I
Yeah.
still have my other action, right? All right. I'm gonna use that to train insight.
Nice. So with our recent changes, you put 2 pips into it. And I think that's everybody, right? We do still have an upgrade to pick, but I think maybe we can do that quickly after stream. But yeah, the story sets on this very dramatic episode of The Faculty, and yeah, we'll be back in 2 weeks, I guess. What happens next? Episode 8 today, right? You swam, I think.
Well,
I mean, Tana literally jumped into the water, so
Definitely swam.
yeah, let's go around and say goodbye to everyone. Then we'll go in reverse order. Please tell us who you are, what you're up to, all that good stuff. Starting with Basil.
I'm Basil at Lammerbeard on Twitter, and I draw. We just joked about it a bit. I draw hunks for pleasure and for business. That's my biggest project that I'm doing right now, and I play here.
And Boswell is also responsible for our excellent character portrait. They're so good that we didn't even get a single Magda fashion change this session. So yeah,
I just think they're neat.
Awesome. Next
the
is
the best hunk drawer in the business.
Yeah, all the best hunks. Lauren.
Hi, I'm Lauren. I am JL_nice girl on Twitter. I am Starving Soubrette on Twitch, YouTube, and itch.io. I play top RPG on my Twitch. On Monday, playing Iron Sword. You can various on Twitter for all of that. You can also go on Twitter to talk to me. That's the music. That's all I want to talk.
I saw the tweet about how you were like excited about watching it and really enjoying it, and I think I would too. I really want to watch it.
It's a very good musical. It's a really
yeah.
good show, and right now you can watch only has ever existed on YouTube because
Are you saying that was there another one or
no?
Oh, you're saying the weird one. Okay, cool.
There's nothing.
There was
no movie
there was
with dancing cats made in 2019.
No such thing with
it
CGI or anything. That doesn't exist.
It would be really weird if they did one with like Taylor Swift and Idris Elba.
No, yeah, it'd be super weird.
Sounds like a fever dream.
How would they even do the faces? Like, would they digitally erase the ears or something? Like, I don't even understand.
You never know. But it's a good thing there's only one.
There's only one movie.
Yeah.
It's the only one that exists. And
Thank goodness we have been saved from that. Allison.
I'm Allison, also known as Disco. I am at _Source on Twitter, Space Disco on Twitch, and not really up to anything these days, but may or may not be thinking about getting back into streaming games. So
nice.
Very exciting.
Allison is an expert of many games. I have on several occasions had to Allison, what do I do?
I may or may not have written an entire beginner's guide to Dragon Age. Yes.
It's true. It's a true story. Thank you. Awesome. So yeah,
of course, Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing Senpai. Jinx. Yes. So if Allison is streaming, go check her out. And Jordan, I realized I skipped you, so please tell us what you're up to. What's going on?
I'm
Who
Jordan,
you be?
At Made of Cartoons, anywhere that matters. I have this show. Games in time. I will be strangely absent from Fiasco Friday this next Friday. But there will still be a Fiasco Friday happening. Chris, I think, taking the reins, and to do a great job. And then I guess I am legally obligated to mention that my company I work for, Kickstarter going right now. So for the rest of the animated spell cards. So if you go look us up. There's also a really, really amazing animated tarot deck that's been like a from Cami, who did Beyond Animation. But please go check that out. You know what you think, and yeah, that's it. Hey.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone who hung out with us today. Thank you all for playing. This game is so good. I love the extremes we go to of like dark ghost times over to family fun, food sweetness, like
playing violent Monopoly with the Karatas. Yeah.
While eating that good fish and chips. By the way, I was looking on DoorDash for that would have fish and chips, and unfortunately there's like all these like fancy restaurants and stuff, and I'm like, I don't want fancy fish and chips.
No, you want like greasy.
Yeah.
You want middle of the night grease ball fish and chips. Yeah, that's the best.
It's not good if it's not like if you don't have a paper bag, it's not leaking through the paper bag.
It reminds me of the one time I had gourmet poutine, which I guess is Canada's like fish and chips in a way.
Yeah.
And
that just
it was
sounds
just
wrong.
like it had like duck confit on it and stuff, and I was just like,
What is this?
Yeah, every part of my Frenchness just like flared up to this angry level. Yeah, it was like the potatoes were scalloped, which I love scalloped potatoes, but
not for poutine. That's rude.
Give me that 3 a.m. only chip truck open in the city, grease ball poutine, please.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, if you're here, I put everyone links in chat. Go find them there. If you watch this later over on YouTube, when I clean it all up and make it available over on YouTube, I'll put everyone's links below. We've been playing Blades in the Dark, which is the awesome game by John Harper. I also put his links below. And Evil Hat Productions, and thank you Roll20 for letting us have this beautiful layout that Jordan made. It's so good with costume changes and everything, except not today because we're all just appreciating Basil's art today, which is so good. But yeah, thank you so much for hanging out. We do this every other Saturday. Like Jordan said, we do a rotation of Fiasco Fridays and indie game showcases over here. Later on in like about an hour, I will be back here playing Destiny with my best friend Dustin. Tomorrow will be Borderlands with Slayer, and something that's not on this channel, but you should check out anyway. Lauren and I are in a very cool podcast called The Fairest of the Season, and it's a Good Society podcast, which is a Jane Austen style RPG, which might not be something you think goes together, but it does, and it's very good. And I think there are 4 episodes out already, and you should go check them out because it's very good, and it's over on Don't Drop the Podcast Network. Yeah, and I think that's it for us. So thank you all so much. Hopefully we'll see you all very, very soon. But for now, it is time for it's time for this crew to lay low for a little while. So have a good day. Thank you so much. See you later. Bye.
Thanks for watching.